Return me to my place, the voice echoed. Shut up already, Amara hissed, clutching her own bag tighter as they ran through the darkness, the heavy golden statue inside bouncing against her back. We got it, just run faster, Chidi panted, his feet pounding against the red earth as the sacred golden statue in his bag continued to wail, a sound only they could hear. A sound that made their blood run cold. The children didn't believe it when the village elders warned that a deadly curse awaits anyone who takes what belongs to the ancestors. The shrine forgives, but the ancestors never forget. Mama Adaize had been counting her coins for 3 years. Every naira she saved from selling firewood, every kobo she squeezed from her small farm, all of it went into the old tin can buried beneath her kitchen floor. It was meant for one thing, bringing her children home for Christmas. Chidi and Amara, her twins, her pride, her headache. They had gone to the city to live with their uncle after primary school, chasing dreams of education and a better life. Every December they would return home to the village for Christmas, arms stretched wide for gifts, mouths open for demands. Mama, we need new phones. Mama, our friends' parents bought them laptops. Mama, why is this village still using kerosene lamps? Can't you people buy generator? Their greed was legendary in the village. Even as children, they had always wanted more food, more toys, more attention, more everything. Their father, before he died, used to say, "These children have holes in their hearts that nothing can fill. Maybe we should have named them Never Satisfied and Still Not Enough." But Mama Adaize loved them anyway. She would walk herself to the bone every year, saving money months in advance just to see their faces light up when they came home, just to hear them call her Mama again, even if it was usually followed by, "Mama, can I have money for transport?" Then the hard years came, the drought, the failed harvest, the sickness that took half her goods. For 3 long Christmases, she couldn't afford to bring them home. She would call them on her neighbor's phone, voice breaking with apologies. "Next year, my children. I promise, next year." "But Mama, how will we survive Christmas without your jollof rice?" "You'll manage," Mama Adaize would say, though her heart broke each time. This Christmas, 2015, she had finally saved enough. She sent them the money for transport 2 weeks before Christmas Eve. When she told her neighbors, they shook their heads. "Those children would drain you dry," one woman warned. "Like mosquitoes sucking blood," another added. But Mama Adaize only smiled. "They are still my children. What can I do? Throw them away?" Chidi and Amara arrived on Christmas Eve morning in a hired taxi, an unnecessary expense that made her mother's heart sink when she had the driver demanding 15,000 naira. 15,000? From town? That's only 30 minutes. "Mama," Chidi said, waving his hand dramatically as he stepped out wearing sunglasses even though the sun was barely up. "We can't be trekking like villagers now. We have standards." "With whose money?" a neighbor muttered. But Mama Adaize shot her a look. The twins stepped out wearing clothes she didn't recognize. Amara in a wig that looked like it cost more than their entire Christmas budget. Chidi in sneakers so white they seemed to glow. They carried bags she couldn't afford and smelled of perfumes that made the village chickens scatter in confusion. "Mama!" they called, but their hugs were brief, their smiles thin, and Amara kept her face turned away so the makeup wouldn't smudge. Within hours, the complaints began. "Mama, there's no Wi-Fi here," Chidi asked, staring at his phone in horror. "Wi-Fi?" Mama Adaize blinked. "What is Wi-Fi? Is it food?" "It's internet, Mama. How do you people survive here?" "We talk to each other with our mouths," an elderly neighbor shouted from across the compound. "You should try it." Amara wrinkled her nose. "Mama, this food is too local. Don't you have rice and chicken, like proper fried chicken, not village chicken that died fighting?" "What's wrong with local food?" Mama Adaize asked, hurt. "I made your favorite, yam pottage with smoked fish." "Smoked fish?" Amara recoiled. Mama, that thing is looking at me. It still has eyes. Chidi peered into the pot. It's judging us. Of course it's judging you, Mama Daisy snapped. Even the fish knows you're being ungrateful. Mama, our room smells like the village, Chidi complained later. Can't you at least paint it? Maybe add some air freshener? This place smells like history. That's because it is history, Mama Daisy threw her hands up. This is the room your father built with his own hands. If it smells like anything, it smells like blessings. The neighbors watched and whispered. Mama Daisy swallowed her shame and served them her best. She had killed her last chicken, the one that Amara claimed died fighting, cooked jollof rice with the expensive rice she had been saving, and even bought soft drinks from town. But nothing satisfied them. Mama, this Fanta is warm, Amara said, pushing it away. Then drink it warm. When I was your age, we didn't even have Fanta. We drank water and said, "Thank you, Jesus." On Christmas morning, after church, where Chidi spent the entire service on his phone, and Amara complained about the wooden benches, their mother gave them the gifts she'd prepared: new wrappers, shoes from the market, and a little money in envelopes. They opened them with fake smiles. "Wrappers," Amara whispered to Chidi. "What am I, a grandmother?" "These shoes look like they're from 1974, Chidi whispered back. "I can hear you," Mama Daisy said from the kitchen. "Those shoes are brand new. I bought them last week." "Yes, Mama, they are beautiful," Amara called out sweetly, then muttered, "Beautifully ancient." That afternoon, while their mother napped, exhausted from cooking and entertaining relatives, Chidi and Amara sat under the mango tree scrolling through their phones. "This village is so boring," Amara muttered. "I can't even post on Instagram. No network. 3 years we couldn't come and this is what we return to? Mama acts like she's done something great, but look at this place. Nothing has changed. Even that goat from 2010 is still here, still looking confused." The goat in question bleated as if offended. "You know what I heard?" Amara lowered her voice, leaning closer. "Mama has been saving money. People say she keeps it hidden somewhere in the house." Chidi's eyes lit up. "You think she has more than what she gave us?" "Definitely. And if she's been saving for 3 years, it must be a lot. Like, maybe even 50,000 naira? 50,000 naira? That's like 3 good nights out in Lagos." "Exactly," Amara grinned. "So why should we suffer here in this village when we could take that money and actually enjoy our Christmas in the city?" They exchanged a look. The same greedy thoughts passed between them without words. That evening, while the village celebrated Christmas with dancing and drinking, the twins began searching their mother's house. They tore through her room quietly, looking under the mat, inside her old boxes, beneath the bed. "Check that pot," Chidi whispered, pointing to a pot in the corner. Amara opened it. "It's just beans, old dry beans. Mama is even holding beans. Maybe the money is under the beans." Amara dug her hand in. "Ow! Something bit me." "What bit you?" "I don't know. A bean with teeth." She pulled out a confused cockroach. Ugh, this village. They found nothing. Where else could she hide money? Amara whispered frantically, wiping her hand on her brother's shirt. "Don't wipe that on me. That's Gucci." "Since when do you have Gucci?" It's inspired by Gucci from Balogo Market." Chidi paused, thinking. "Wait, I remember Papa used to say something about the old shrine behind the house. He said Mama's family kept valuable things there when he was alive. Things they didn't want stolen." "The shrine? You mean that small hut with the creepy pot and that statue thing?" "Yes, let's check." "At night? Chidi, are you mad? That place gives me nightmares even in daytime." "You want money or not?" Amara thought about it. "Money? Definitely money. Let's go." They snuck out through the back, where the compound ended and the bush began. There, hidden among overgrown grass and palm trees, stood a small structure, a shrine dedicated to their family's ancestors. It hadn't been used in years, but it was still considered sacred. The elders said no one should enter without permission or proper rituals, but Chidi and Amara didn't care about traditions. "It's so dark," Amara whispered, using her phone flashlight. "Why do ancestors like living in dark places? Can't they afford candles?" "They are dead, Amara. They don't need candles." "Still rude." They pushed open the creaking wooden door. Inside, it smelt of earth and old incense. Clay pots lined the walls, covered in cobwebs. In the center stood a wooden altar, and on it, "Oh my God," they both whispered. There, gleaming in the flashlight's beam, was a small golden figurine sitting on the altar, about the size of a person's hand, intricately carved, depicting an ancestor in royal regalia, and it was golden, actual gold. "Chidi," Amara breathed. That's real gold." "It has to be worth millions," Chidi whispered, his eyes wide. "Small but solid gold. Forget Mama's savings. This is our jackpot." But Amara hesitated, staring at the figurine's face. Its tiny eyes seemed to watch them. "Chidi, this is the family shrine. This figurine is probably our great-great-great-grandfather or something." "So what? He's dead. He's not using it." But nothing. Listen, we take this to Lagos, find one of those antique dealers in Lekki, sell it for at least 2 million naira, split it 50-50, and live our best lives. This is better than suffering in this village eating fish with eyes." Amara looked at the figurine again. It was beautiful, small enough to fit in her palm, and definitely worth a fortune. "It's so small, easy to hide." "Exactly. Nobody will even know it's missing for days, maybe weeks." They approached the altar carefully. As soon as Chidi's hands touched the figurine, a cold breeze swept through the shrine, making the door slam shut behind them. "Did you feel that?" Amara whispered, her voice shaking. "It's just wind. It's barely heavy. Come on." Chidi picked up the small golden figurine. It fit perfectly in his palm, warm to the touch despite the cold shrine. They quickly wrapped it in one of their Christmas wrappers, the ones they had complained about, and Chidi stuffed it deep into his jeans pocket. As they turned to leave, the figurine's voice rang out from Chidi's pocket, clear, sharp, ancient. Return me to my place." Both twins screamed. "It's talking," Amara shrieked. "The figurine is talking." Shut up, Chidi," he hissed, slapping his pocket as if the figurine would obey. "Ancestors don't talk. This is just our imagination." "Return me, children of Adeze. You have committed abomination." "Run." Chidi grabbed Amara's arm. "Just run." They burst out of the shrine and sprinted through the darkness, the figurine still crying out from Chidi's pocket, Return me! "Why won't it shut up?" Amara panted as they ran. "I don't know. Maybe if I sit on it." "You can't sit on an ancestor." "Well, it's screaming from my pants, so clearly normal rules don't apply." They reached the house, sweating and terrified, and Chidi pulled the wrapped figurine from his pocket and shoved it deep into his backpack under the bed. The statue finally went quiet. They looked at each other, breathing hard. "Did that just happen?" Amara whispered. "No," Chidi said firmly, patting his empty pocket nervously. "We are just tired and hungry, and this village is making us hallucinate. Tomorrow, we take the figurine to Lagos, sell it, and forget this ever happened." "And what if it talks again?" "Then we will sell it faster." They tried to sleep, but every creak of the house, every whisper of wind made them jump. And somewhere in the darkness, wrapped in Christmas wrapper inside a backpack, under a bed, a small golden ancestor watched and waited.
The story just began. What happens next will shock you. It was unlike anything the village had ever seen. If you want to know what happens next, if you want to see how this story ends, if you want to witness the power of the ancestors, you need to subscribe right now and turn on the notification bell. Do you think the ancestors should forgive them, or should they pay the ultimate price? What would you do if you were in their shoes. And if you've ever experienced something similar where greed led to trouble, share your story in the comments. I read every single one.